Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Today, today I'm a bit slower than usual because I had a very long night with Baldur's Gate, and I didn't sleep much. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I went to bed very, very late, very, very, very late, like this morning. But yeah, I'm here. What I want to do is I would like to have traps in the dungeon which are also invisible traps, right? And to do that, I think I can use directly the proxy trigger for traps, which I think is okay. So I think we can go back to this. By the way, I think I can save these pictures with let me save these pictures so we have them not inside Impress, but we have it. I think it's too big though. No? Yeah. Yeah, but the compression of paint is not very good. Exactly. This one is fantastic. So we will export it. So we have an Unreal Engine classes, right? I think we can just override it actually. I think we can just override it. Or I can rename the other one like old and this one. Unreal Engine classes. I cannot rename it from here. No. Okay. I will rename it old. Maybe, I don't know, I will use it for something, but so we have Unreal Engine classes 1 and Unreal Engine classes 2, which is actually this guy, and we can I think we still reduce it 60%. It's perfectly visible. I don't know why it's never saving the recent raid. It's working very bad with the recent places. I don't know why. Okay, so yeah, now we have it like this. So the point is, I think our invisible, hello Fanner, I think our invisible trap should be just a basic proxy trigger. Let me switch. Because we can do it with interactable actor proxy, right? Interactable actor proximity, but it's not really needed. Like it's too much, right? We don't need a PS item. The only thing that we need is a proxy trigger and the trap property. And I think that our proxy trigger is enough. Now the only point will be, can we configure it? Yeah, but it's fine. I think this one is fine. So what do? We randomize it together with all the other traps, or yeah, I think so. The only problem is that the dungeon trap list So I will have to add another value here, even if we are not gonna use dungeon trap object, but I think it's okay. I think we can add an invisible trap type. And yeah, and then when we randomize, we say if is invisible, do this, right? Go to the so this one uses proximity trigger. It's a bit of an anomaly, but I would say it's fine. I would say it is fine. So here we randomize. Here we randomize between the available ones, right? When you look at this code, guys, you should always just read the comments. Don't read the code, right? That is why comments are useful, because you just go through this and don't really care about the actual code, right? So this is why comments are so important. So important. Like here we are missing one, right? Actually we are spawning the trap actor here. Now the only problem is that trap pieces will can we can we do this seamlessly or no? Unfortunately no, it will become an if then else, right? It will become an if else because our trap will not be a dungeon trap. She's actually annoying. So basically inside this code, I will have to say if the randomized, right? If the randomized trap is invisible, then spawn, you know, something else, right? And then ha, we have this problem as well. So yeah, it becomes a bit of yeah, there is no other way anyway. There's no other way. I don't want to change this structure because the idea would be, okay, move the proxy trigger inside dungeon trap, right? But I cannot do it because proxy trigger is used also for traps that are outside of dungeons, and so they are not managed. So they are like fixed traps, and they are not managed as part of the procedural generation. Do you think I should order a pizza for tonight for this dinner or not? I think it's a long time I don't eat a pizza. Probably a month. Because pizza is actually good, but it's a bit heavy, you know. And I'm trying to, when I can, I'm trying to eat healthy, right? When I can. Now, I'm not super strict on it, but do my best to have, you know, balanced diet, right? Not to eat any junk food or other stuff like that. So if it's an invisible trap, right, we will have to spawn it differently. We will have to spawn it as a proxy trigger. And we did this already, right? We did this already in the past, so we can just take the code where where we create a proxy trigger. There should be a place where I actually created, no? No? Ah, no, because I dropped it. Yeah, because I dropped it in the level. It's only in the dungeon, in the dwarf dungeon, let's call it, right? So it's only there, and I actually dropped the blueprint. Yeah, exactly. So we never did that. Okay. But anyway, logical is exactly the same as this, right? The difference is that the actor that we are spawning is an APS proxy trigger, right? Static class. I think if you do it like this, it should work, hopefully. And then obviously we need to set few things. I think the vertical sides do we care about the vertical sides? I think the vertical sides can actually be always 1 meter or something like that for these traps, because they, or maybe 2 meters, but I think it can be fixed. I don't think there is any need to go up to the roof, right? I don't think there is any need. But I mean, we can still use the vertical sides. We can still make it up to the roof. So in case you are flying for whatever reason, maybe in the future. I had a pizza yesterday, which was a good choice, huh? Hello, Hula. Good afternoon. Buon après-midi. As I said previously, today I'm a bit slower because I really didn't sleep much. I had a gaming night until this morning. Yeah. I think we can have the same. We can have the same, which is set up for sides, right? Let's use the same function. I think is okay. let's create a function that is pretty much identical to this, right? Which I think is fine. And we add it to our proximity trigger, so that the proximity trigger can be set up like that. So what it's doing is basically extending the collision box to the side walls, left and right, right? I had to cut down my pop intake. What is pop? Pop like soda or pop like what? So what do we have to do? We have to change the actual because here we collide with the... Yeah, true. So it's different, because here we are moving... In the normal trap, we are moving the slit or the generators of the arrows or the fireball, while here we are increasing the size of the bounding box. And so what I need to do, I need to change, I mean, for sure I have my bounding box, right? Because my proximity trigger is defined as an overlap on, I mean, when we create a proxy trigger, I think I'm registering I'm not. No, because it's a trigger box. Ah, by the way, we have to remember that this is not a child of... proxy trigger is not a child of actor. Proxy trigger is actually a child of trigger box. So we have to change that, huh? We have to change this, boys. I feel everything is too big. Should I reduce the font and... because we need a bit of space. Yeah, maybe we just reduce the wall font. We reduce the font of everything, I think it's the easiest. No, bro. I mean everything. Exactly. Yeah, this idea I had to do it horizontally, I think is good when you, but it's bad when you So it's good and bad. What is this music? Diablo 2. Diablo 2, very nice. I don't know why all these things are not, but it's fine. So basically, this is our PS item actor. This is our PS item, right? This is our interactable actor. This is our interactable door. This is our crypto thingy. Okay, what I wanted to say is that the father of proximity trigger is actually trigger box. So it's not a actor. While the father of dungeon trap, I think is a actor, no? Yeah, the father of dungeon trap is a actor. So actually we need to swap these two. Otherwise it's becoming confusing. Because this is all actor. And maybe I can add a line, right? Just to be sure it is clear that all of this is actor. Right? While the proximity trigger is derived from trigger box. Okay. I think now this is better. This is definitely better. Now you may say, why? Well, why is now keeping the recent ones? I don't know. Yeah, recently used. Okay. Maybe it is. Classes 2, yeah. Okay, so now we have it in classes 2, so it's a bit easier to look at. Yeah, so the trigger box has I'm not completely sure, but I think he has he should have a default object. I just don't know how it's generated exactly, so we have to go and check a second how this is actually. Trigger box, editor applies scale, trigger base, box shape trigger used to generate overlaps event in a level, yes. So how do I change my shape component used for collision? Is this guy. Collision component, right? So I will have to scale. And this guy, I think it starts with a 1 meter by 1 meter, I assume. How do I scale it so that it is correct compared to... I divide my value by 100 because it's actually in centimeters, and then I multiply by that value. Yeah, probably. Because here is working on the scale. Box component. Set box extent. F vector extent. F vector extent. I mean, I need new box extent. It's not very clear to me how to set that programmatically, but but basically we have a collision component, right? What do you mean is inaccessible? Is my father? Huh? What do you mean is inaccessible? It's the same class. Hello, Jean. Why I cannot get this guy? I mean, he's private, but my class is a subclass of this. So private does not allow subclasses? I mean, it's impossible. Uh-huh. You crazy? Huh? What? I don't understand what he's saying. He's inside my class. Are we stupid? Private members of the base class are always inaccessible to the derived class. Are we completely stupid? Bro, I need to move that freaking thing. I mean... Bro. Okay, then give me a way to change it. Then give me a way to change it. You stupid software. Huh? What the fuck? So it's private and there is no set method to change it? What? Well, but if I get it, then I hope I can change it, right? You're completely stupid. You're completely crazy. Okay. We were doing what? We were setting... we were setting what? We were setting the box extent. No. I need to change the box sides. I need to change the collision sides. I need to change the collision sides of this shit. Huh? Now, I actually don't have the X, I have only the Y. The strap size is actually the Y. And is expressed in centimeters. So in reality, my vector will be... I don't know, the X is a good point. The X is a good point because it will depend where it's positioned in the level. I think I can do 0.5 and hope for the best, which is half a meter. And then I divide this by 100. I don't remember if I'm setting the wall. I think I'm setting the wall, yeah, because I do divide it by 2. So this is the wall Y, and the Z... Uh-oh, the Z is a big issue. The Z is a big issue. Because if we change it, we then have to move the actor up, right? Because it's obviously expanding from the middle. The Z. What do we do with the Z? I mean, I can leave it as it is, which is 1 meter. But the risk is that people are just gonna jump it. I mean, they don't see it, so it's very hard to jump on something that you don't see, right? If I predict that it will be there. But sooner or later, they're gonna do it. So I think I will make it 2 meters. I mean, I could use the V sides, but the V sides is really a problem because the V sides is the distance from the floor to the ceiling in units, right? So I will have to divide that by 2, and then by 100, and then move up. Yeah, I can do it anyway. I can do it. I can divide this. I can divide this by 200 basically. I can divide this by 200, but then I need to move my collision box up. I will have to move my box up of that same size, otherwise... so this will be 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, and this one will be trap size divided 200. No. Yes. Trap size divided 200. So it will go. So if it's 2 meters, right? It will go up by 1 meter. So it will be 200 divided 200 equal 1 meter. So it will go up by 1. And consider it extends in both directions. It will go up 1 meter, down 1 meter. Will extend one up, one down, right? And so it will be exactly the size that we want. I think it would be good to have a debug color, because I mean debug line, because I think that how can I know if this is correct? I mean, I can test it by moving, but yeah, I can test it by moving in theory, but not very handy. So we will do the same here. Trap. So we will do the same. So this in case is a proxy trigger, right? Which is another class. So we have to assume that is a proxy trigger, obviously, because we spawn it this way. So we spawn it here like this. So we assume that this is a... And then we set up for sides, right? We set up for sides. What else we need to do? We need to generate the trap properties. We need to generate the trap properties. The only problem is that I think that our damage script is not designed at the moment for invisible traps. So that blade. So we need to have oh, he suggested only the ones they were missing? Wow. You see? He's suggesting only the 2 values that are not already in the case. Very sexy. Very, very sexy. I like it. So in case of invisible traps, what it should be? Should be everything, or should be a randomization of the above, or we just go fire and GG? I think we will have to randomize better these parameters here. At the moment, let's go fire, but in theory... So should we define a team for the dungeon, example fire or ice, and use that? I think we should. I think that just having everything fire or randomizing is not a great idea. I think it would be nice if a dungeon is an ice dungeon, and so the majority of the damage is coming from ice, so that people can prepare for it, right? So that people can say, oh, I saw a trap was ice, so I'm going to cast, you know, a magic resistance to ice, and so I'm having easier life in this dungeon, instead of just having it completely randomized, and so basically there is no counter, right? It's very hard to predict if it's randomized, right? So I think we should do that, and it will be nicer, but again, I cannot do everything in the first release, so for now let's just use the same thing. So invisible traps will be all fire, pretty much. So after we do that, we set it to the proxy. We have one more thing to do. which is this, because the room actually should be able to delete the proxy trigger, right? When and this will not work, right? We need to add a new, we had to add a new variable because there is a different class, unfortunately. And it's a bit annoying, but it's fine. It's a bit annoying, but it's okay. It's okay. Pam 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 pararam pam pam para pam 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 do 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 do. Ah, nice, nice, nice. Oh, 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 what did I do? Okay. So, so we delete the traps, we create the traps. I think we should be good, no? I think we should be good. I think we should be good. I mean, obviously this code is a bit of a repetition of this code, unfortunately, but it's not exactly, right? So there are differences. Yeah. So after the wall texture, obviously we should not set it because it's used is not. Right? Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, we can test it. Now we have an invisible trap, so I don't know exactly how do we see. We went with a 0.5 meters of, which I think is okay. Does the trap trigger only for players, or does it trigger also for NPC? It should trigger only for players, huh? Which I know is kind of cheating, but I mean, it is cheating, but I think it's okay cheating. Yeah. Actor must be a player. Actor must be a player. Yeah. I mean, it would be nice if an NPC is also getting the trap, but then he will have to be smart and avoid the trap, and I don't think we have the willingness to do something like that. So for now, the trap will just be NPC friendly. Sorry, I'm a bit sleepy because, as I mentioned before, I played the whole night. I decided to do Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and 3 in a row. Well, not in a row, meaning always playing, right? But I restarted from Baldur's Gate 1, and tonight, I mean, yesterday night, whatever, I finished it. And now I'm going for Baldur's Gate 2, and then I will go for Baldur's Gate 3. The one was anyway nice. I liked it. It's based on Dungeons and Dragons Second Edition, which I really like. Maybe apart from the 2-hit armor class 0 mechanic, which is a bit annoying. because the number is the reverse of what you expect. But anyway, apart from that, I really like second edition more than fifth edition. I mean, I'm playing fifth edition now, like I played it yesterday, and every time we go for abilities or spells, I mean, it's always a bit of a, I don't know, I think they simplified it too much. I mean, I like the simplification, but I think it was a bit too much. Okay, so to ensure that we are actually randomizing always the invisible trap, so that we, because if we have to test, I cannot wait, you know, the randomization to actually do it. I need to yeah, so for now I think we should cheat on the randomizer. But cheating on the randomizer just for this test, right, is not that easy, because here we are randomizing the trap piece, which is actually used here. So the rand piece will be automatically what? 4? Yeah, 4. No, 5. Well, I don't know. 5 minus 1. Yeah, will be automatically 5. So it's always the invisible trap, right? And trap type will always be invisible, right? So that all the traps in the dungeon will be invisible traps, right? So that we can test it a bit. Hello, Dex. Zabet, it's been a while. Yeah, I don't know. When you were here the last time? A month ago? A year ago? 5 years ago? Oh, Plain, did I tell you I've almost graduated college for game dev? Oh, nice. And I'm currently in an internship for game dev. So the real stuff. The real stuff is coming from you, for you. The only thing that I can say is that game development definitely has a lot of job offerings. Let me see if I find my post. I don't remember if I posted it privately or I posted it publicly. I cannot find it. Pity. It was a nice. It was a nice picture. But anyway, there was the number of games released. Yeah, it was exactly this one. It was exactly this one. So if you are trying to do, yeah, if you're saying, oh, should is game development, you know, a job that provides, I mean, is there enough job? I would say yes. I mean, in 2004, 64 games were released on Steam. In 1 year, 64 games. In 2022, I mean, 23 probably is not been fully. We're 10,644. Oh my god. So maybe I would say there is quite some competition. right? So if you want to release a game and you want that game to actually be visible, considering that this is only Steam games, then on top of that you have to add all the mobile games. Now that's an increase, yeah. I don't know, people after 2013, people started really to play a lot more, I don't know, or just, you know, games being released more, I don't know. Maybe also the availability of tools like Unreal Engine, because Unreal Engine I think was released for free in 2015, if I remember right. 2014, 2015. So probably it gave, you know, the ability to people to develop games easier, in an easy way. And so, but anyway, it's an insane number. I mean, 10,000 a year, right, is 3 games per day. So you don't even have the time to install them if you want to see them all, right? So I don't know. It's a bit scary, actually. It's kind of scary, right? If you are starting a job in this field, say how can I beat, you know, 10,000 games? I mean, it's not that you have to beat 10,000 games, right? Maybe you have to beat, but still, I think you have to beat like 8,000 of them, right? Like if you are in the top 1,000 or the top 2,000 of that year, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of completely trash games, right? There are a lot of completely trash games, so like 1 hour games, right? So games that are like 1 hour long. Yeah. There are not even game. I mean, they are games, but they are like demos, right? They're like. So I would say that probably in those 10,000, maybe half or even more than half, but I would say probably half is just. I mean, I don't want to say trash because it's not nice to the developers, but it's just like tests, like test games or simple games or just stuff that people put out, but more to test themselves than actually to make it a commercial exercise, right? My opinion is that the game should be fun to play. Yeah, exactly. I think the core game mechanics, right, is the first thing that you have to sort out in your game. It's not what we did, and it's not what I'm doing. But again, I'm not making a game to sell it, right? I'm making the game to make a game. So I'm not really applying to plane shift that concept, because I mean, if I would, oh, we have a portal. Holy portal. You know what? I'm going to pick it up. No, I jumped into it. You know what? I'm going to pick it up. I cannot pick it up. I mean, from the side I can pick it up. Uh-huh. You see? I can pick up portals. Look at Goat Simulator. Yeah, Goat Simulator is pretty good, actually. But how many other games like Goat Simulator there are that are similar but never made it, right? So no one ever cared about them. So we generated our dungeon, and now, thanks to this magical portal, we go to it. Uh-huh, you see? Fantastic. Should you be able to? I mean, to work on the game mechanics. Yeah, but an MMO done in the spare time by pretty much one guy is not. I can focus on whatever I want, but you will always be a bit wrong. So, I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but it's an impossible exercise. Why my character is not looking around when he's searching for traps? Can we have a search animation? I want to have a search animation, but I don't think in Mixamo there is any search animation. Mixamo... I need a search animation. I need an animation where the character is looking around. Right? Is looking around... Continue with Google. I don't remember. Yeah, it calls me by name so awfully. So how do you call an animation that is actually searching? Search. Search files. Search. Surprised. I mean, it's more of a look around. I mean, look around maybe. Ah. 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 This one is not bad. It's a bit fast. Pick up the portal. I picked it up. Want to implement a single flag system and on pickup check for a tag name pickupable? Yes. If pick up, do not pick up. Yeah, we already have all of that. We have 1 million flags on our items, including pick up, no pick up. I mean, this guy is looking at himself. I think this one is probably the best. Nervously look around. No, this one, not like that. I think this one is not bad. It's just a bit fast, and I don't know why it's moving the fingers that way. Because moving the finger that way would be pretty weird if you are holding a weapon, right? But I think it will be better than nothing, because at the moment we have nothing. Did you try it into the port so you can pick it up? Yeah, I can. Look at. Look, no, I cannot. Look. Fuck. I put it there and so it triggered because it was next to me. But yeah, any item in the game, you know, we have a GM console, right, where I can set pretty much what I want, right, including the pickup, no pickup. And actually, we have two types of pickup. We have a say normal pickup and the weak pickup, where the weak pickup means that GMs can still pick it up, but players cannot pick it up. So yeah, so only the GM can move those items. And then we have bunch of other stuff like lockable, security lock, identifiable, attackable. So you can basically change a lot of what you want at runtime for this particular item, right? Yeah, so all the flags, you know, and that stuff is sorted out. Okay, so I don't remember the way we do it. We upload our character and then we last time I did it was millions years ago. I think we upload our character, right? And then we retarget. Import Mixamo animation. Upload SK mannequin for Mixamo. Upload SK in my machine. In my machine is F program Mixamo converter. SK mannequin for Mixamo. Okay. So I should upload this. This. Okay. Then what? Click on download, choose the format FBX, skin without skin, keyframe reduction none. Okay. I will have to modify it a bit though, because like this I think it looks bad. The shoulders are too high, this fingers moving, it's very annoying. Let me see if I can change it slightly. If I open the arms a bit more. Nah, it looks like shit anyway. Okay, we will have to do some changes, but fine. Then I have to download FBX without skin. Frame reduction none, right? We said frame reduction none. Okay. I don't know why I'm switching always to the wrong phone. Okay, so we download it. We put it in the Mixamo converter. The Mixamo converter, I think I still have it, right? Somewhere. Yeah, it's here. It's in the same place. So I think I should put it into incoming. Right? I think I should put it into incoming. So this would be look around, yeah. Look around. Look around. Now, before converting, can we do some changes, because it really looks so-so. It looks bad, but actually it's not, okay? But I think it's easier if we do it after the import. Yeah, I think it's easier if I do it later. I mean, if I do it after the import. So let's import it. So I have to, so after that, put in Mixamo converter, run the converter. So the converter, I think it's still this guy. I don't know if they changed it recently, because sometimes it expires, right? Oh my god, this legitimate interest is really a thing, huh? Animation for left click to continue. Okay. Main menu, enter the conversion process, choose a character, upload animations, export animation. Wait. Look around, yes. No, what do you mean? Successful conversion. They made this UI so weird. Convert the animations. Click here to convert the animations. This UI is like insane. Before there was one button, right? Wait, let me delete the other stuff because there is stuff that we don't need. Let's only leave the look around. What do you mean Warden Shield Slash? Huh? Bro. Okay, let me relaunch it. I don't know, it's doing weird stuff. Oh my god. This UI, bro. This freaking UI is insane. Failure to convert. The process failed. It's not converting it anymore. This is not nice. This is not nice. But I think it's another version though. It's another icon. No, it's this one. Oh, Jesus. Let me see if there is a new version, maybe. These guys are making UIs like crazy. What is this? Hello, NJM. It's just a converter that we used in the past for Mixamo animations to Unreal Engine animations. But it seems that they started to do a bit of a crazy stuff. But let's see. Mixamo converter, direct download. Is it the same version that I have, or is it a different version? It says October 22, so I think it's exactly the same. I think it's exactly the same. Maybe the mannequin is different. Maybe I did it on the wrong mannequin, but I think we had to do it on our mannequin. Otherwise... official Unreal Engine 5. I mean, I can do all the two because we already had an old there. Enter password. Oh my god, what do you mean enter password? The password is terribilis. Terribilis. Okay. Yeah, it seems that the mannequin is actually in another place, but... Okay, let's try to copy our FBX, right? Mannequins, let's use mannequin, because I think I didn't update it in Unreal Engine 5. What is the difference between Manny and Queen? No, but I think if I do Unreal Engine 5, we will use the new stuff, so it is never gonna work. I think that is never gonna work, boys. 10, 28, 22. I think it's exactly the same version. Yeah, it's exactly the same version actually. So it's not working, huh? So it's not working. Fuck. Hello, Citizen DJ. Did you just get it directly from Mixamo? Yeah, it is what I did, but I remember that the compatibility with the mannequin of Unreal is not there. You have to go through this program to actually make it work. If we can try, but if I just import it directly, I think it's not gonna work. That's the problem. The way is to go through this. I mean, I did it in the past a million times, but it seems that now it's not working anymore. Let me just look at something, because we have... Wait a second, because we had... So all my instructions are not up to date, which is also possible. Or PS distro. UART character based animation, EU mannequin temp. So our template is oh my god, our template is EU mannequin base T. We should be identical to this one, by the way. EU mannequin template plane shift. Should be identical into you. It's exactly the same time, same date. But it's not the same size, unfortunately. Upload character. I can search if there is a newer way. Maybe there is a newer way. Maybe Mixamo is doing different things, right? Maybe there is a newer way to do it. But last time I did it was not that long time ago. Because I imported... So let me just override this shit. So I will just write on top of it. And we will try again, right? And we will try again. Oh fuck, now I don't know where is it. Now I don't know where is it. Too many directories, boys. Too many disks. Too many directories. Where was it? Oh my god. But I can launch it from here. I think this one is pointing, yeah, it's this one, it's pointing to the directory, so it should be fine. Enter the conversion process, look around, click here to convert. FBX file format version of this FBX is SDK 770. Can't add root bone, existing root detected. So yeah, so exactly. So this is why we add. SK mannequin FBX EU4 default. Okay. I need to know where is it. Easy. Okay. So official man Unreal Engine 4. Okay, let's use Unreal Engine 4 default mannequin because the 5 I don't know. It's too different compared to our character. But usually here it works all the time, right? So the problem is not on the Mixamo site. The Mixamo site is getting, you see, it's getting this character pretty good. I deleted it. Anyway. I deleted it. And it was still saying that it was there, but okay. Okay, so with the Unreal Engine 4, it actually worked, right? So we have that. Now, it depends if it now works in Unreal Engine, but I think it will. So the difference is that I used this mannequin here. Let me just put it in our documentation so that... edit. Download the shit. Upload the mannequin. Which in our case is this. And is this. No. Upload the mannequin provided by Mixamo app for EU4. Okay, all this is okay, and then we retarget. Okay, let me see if that is going to do anything or not. So we import the animation using this U4 mannequin skeleton. The problem is that probably that will not be very compatible. That's the problem. Yeah, the conversion from Mixamo animations is a bit annoying. Maybe there is a better way. I will have to Google and search if there is a better way. Maybe there is. Also because Unreal Engine is becoming bigger and bigger and Mixamo is becoming bigger and bigger, so I guess they speak, right? I assume they speak. And okay, so we have to import it under characters, PS template, good skeleton, new actions, whatever, right? And so it will be inside of this. Yeah, I think it will be inside of this. So we actually sources, because this will be a source and then it needs to be retargeted into another one. So if I go here in outgoing, right, and now I import this, now it will ask me the skeleton, right, and the skeleton I will use EU4 mannequin skeleton and import. Okay, so this will be, let's see if it's corrupted or not. It looks fine actually. He's not standing on the ground, which is a problem that we had already in the past, but we can move him down slightly. So, okay, so this is the animation, but it's not yet the retarget animation, right? So I need to retarget this on... I have to retarget this on our good skeleton. Fuck, why not? I have to retarget this. Ah, yes, it's this one. Good skeleton, a mannequin template plane shift. Yeah, it's this one. It's this one. Now you should save it in characters, template, good skeleton, new actions. Exactly. Do it. Okay, it did it. Now we need to see if it's completely fucked up or is working. Shit. It's completely fucked up. It's completely fucked up. So the shit. Just checking if I did the right things, but I think I did. Because the no, because actually the skeleton is this guy. Yeah, exactly. But it was not showing up. Why it was not showing up? Why was not showing up in the retarget? Because it's not a compatible skeleton. It was not showing up in the retarget because RTG based skeleton, right? But no, it's not this guy. I want the because now in Unreal Engine 5 you do things a bit differently, right? So you have this retargeted object and you have this retargeted object which is this. RTG based skeleton. RTG based skeleton. So it's going from what? IK rig base skeleton to IK rig good skeleton. Source IK rig asset. Yeah, exactly. So probably the bone names are not... but it's strange. So the problem is that I had this already set up, right? Unfortunately, we changed the source. And so since now we changed the source, the skeleton is not the one that we want. Should I redo it? Because this one is actually using the default one. Yeah, exactly. That is the problem, that this one is using the default one. Because I'm pretty sure if I go good skeleton here, it's not gonna do it, right? I mean, this is not gonna work 100%. Exactly. And it is not working because there is no compatibility between the default Mixamo skeleton and the final skeleton that we have, right? But there is the intermediate step where maybe it's this base skeleton. No. I think we are starting from a wrong... I think we are starting from the wrong skeleton pretty much. But we don't have many options. We have this one, or the base, right? And I always use this one. And actually when I do on this one, it looks okay at least until to this point, right? And here I have it correct. But then to move from this one, which is using EU mannequin skeleton, to the other one is actually not working. So I think up to this step is okay, but then when we move it to our... because we only have this retargeter, you see that it's not allowing us to select anything else. The retargeter that is suggesting is the default Unreal retargeter. It's not suggesting our retargeter. Our retargeter is this guy. No? Let me see again, maybe I messed up the names. Ah no, this one is our retargeter. This one is actually our retargeter. But still, it doesn't work. You see, I cannot select my good skeleton. Like if that skeleton is not compatible with... the only compatible skeleton is this guy. New mannequin template base. I want to use this one. This one is not this one. Where is this one coming from, by the way? It's in the same directory. No, I don't even see it. Where is it? Game, character, PS template, good skeleton. Target skeletal mesh. Is this guy? But he's using the skeletal mesh. But is the skeletal mesh using the good skeleton or not? Ah yes, the skeletal mesh. Ah, because we point to the skeletal mesh, not to the skeleton. Okay. No, it's correct. It's correct. It's this one. It's exactly this one. It's exactly this one. Like this is correct, but it's not doing it. It's destroying the animation. And I don't understand exactly why. It's destroying the animation. It's destroying the animation. Yeah. That is the result. It's destroying the animation. It's annoying because I have it in Unreal, right? I have it correct in Unreal, so it's just the move from... It's just the move from this skeleton to... Under sources. Under sources, I think I deleted them all, so I don't have any other... Like sitting idle. Do we still have one that was from the old system? No. They are already good ones. I deleted all the so I cannot see now because I wanted to see what was the skeleton I came but I think it's that one 100%. I mean, it's we don't have many others, so I think it must be that one. So or because now or this one is pointing to... One is skeleton, you four marking skeleton. Hey, but the rig is this, so I don't understand how it is. Game template base. Game template base. Game template base is using PS template base. Yeah, and definitely is another one, right? So it's not the one, right? It's not the one. It's not the one because it's not the one. So they are not compatible. Okay, I can create another rigger though. I can create another so if I create another RTG whatever, right, that is starting from the EU mannequin and is going into ours, it should work anyway, no? So let me just remember how the hell do you do this. How the hell do you do that? So I have to create a new IK rig for this guy, right? And then I don't remember how to do it, but and then I need to how did I create all of this? How did I create all of this? Do we start from root or we start from base? I did it a long time ago, guys. I don't freaking remember how to do that. New retarget chain from selected bones. I don't remember if we start from root or we start from something else. Base root. We don't have base here, so it's actually different. I think I need to relook at the tutorial where he was explaining exactly how to do the IK retargeting because I don't remember, and I think is needed because if you don't do it, it's not gonna work. Yeah, you see, it requires. It did something. Now, unfortunately, the IK are wrong, and so the feet are wrong. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck that. Seriously. Fuck that. You lost 10,000 points? Oh my god, you still have a lot though. Should document this part, import to editor. Yeah, I documented it, but it's not working, so I have to recreate a new process. Seems that something broke and it's not working anymore. It was, but it's not. It was working in the past, but it's not working now. Super annoying. Super annoying. Oh wow, this thing changed since the last. This thing changed in a real in Blender 4 because it's different now. The layer view. Hello, who joined? Who joined? Hello, Nerixx. Thank you for the raid. Hello. How are you? We are pondering the idea of doing an animation manually because doing it importing it from Mixamo is making me sick. So because importing from Mixamo is making me sick because I mean I tried a bit, but it's annoying. It doesn't import the stuff properly and it's just annoying. So I'm pondering if I should just do it. We don't have any keys in the default view, no? Really? Where's this? I think the last time I animated it was in the previous Blender version, Blender 3. Why I'm seeing this stuff here? Cannot delete it. Is this just the overall timeline at the top? There was not this line before, at least that I remember. Hmm. Okay. I found a bug in a third-party library. Wow. Spent half of the day. Spent half of the day today trying to find a problem in my code, but it wasn't me. It was the library. Oh my. Let me move some of the people that are on top of my face. Wee, wee, wee. Yeah, I mean, we can do it. The problem is that it's gonna take a bit of time, but we can actually do it. I mean, if we want, we can do it. I'm pondering in this. I mean, I'm really pondering if I should do it or not. But probably the answer is yes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it or not. I'm thinking about it. But I think we should. I mean, otherwise, how the hell do we... How the hell do we, right? How the hell do we go about it? I think I like the open ends a bit. If it's like searching and looking around, right? I think that the open, I mean the ends on the side, I think are okay actually. So I think that this position is kind of an alert position. It looks fine to me. I just really needed the hand to be closed, which is one of the painful parts, because usually this doesn't go too well. Hands, I mean, animating hands has always been an issue. And I think it will still remain an issue. At least for me, it's always been a bit of a problem. But fine. Anyway, you know, There is no better way. We're gonna do it. Just gonna do it. Fuck. Right? Okay. So this one, huh? It is messing up. Can I please rotate in this freaking view? Cannot? Okay, fine. So the position seems to be, at least the star position seems to be alert enough, right? Like looking around, and don't know if I want to have the legs slightly more open. Right. Okay. And then I think we can make it better than that. I don't know. I hope so. The only problem is the rotation compared to the end positioning, but compared to the feet positioning. But I think that should not really move at all. It will be a long animation, right? So it will be probably 150 or even 200. It will be a fairly long animation. No. I selected all. It's doing something weird. Don't understand why if I select I think it's working differently. It's working differently in this new version, because if I select just the keys, right, it's not copying the keys, it's copying the bar. You see? Which I really don't understand. Bro, I mean, I'm selecting all. Is the selection that is wrong? Because I'm selecting basically all this at 0, I wanted to put it at 100, right? So that 100 and 0 are the same. Okay, now I think now it did it. Okay, now I think it did it. Okay, nice. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. Something weird happened. I don't know exactly why, but no, I didn't select the. I said that the head is slightly faster, right, than the body. So the head goes first, and then the body follows. That's pretty much how it looks in that other right. I would say even earlier than that. Yeah. So we go until 50. I think at 50 the head should be still rotated, but it may be slowly returning back. Right. Now, at the moment, the movement is very linear, right? And it's okay. We can then, tweak a bit the curves to make it less linear. I think if the end could go slightly, you know, up or down, will also be a benefit to the animation, so it doesn't look too stiff. So if we can go I mean, not much up and down, but just a bit of rotation, a bit of, you know, randomness, because otherwise it looks like very stiff, like moving too rigid. Also, maybe the shoulder should slightly, yeah, I think so. The shoulder should do something. I don't know what exactly, but like when you look on that side, you bring up your other shoulder, right? So this shoulder is moving up when you look in that direction. So that direction we know that is 50. So this one should actually rotate up a bit. And then go back down. Go back down here significantly, so it should be pretty much where it was at the beginning. Which kind of is. Yeah, pretty much is. And this one, the opposite, right? Should go down to 50. Should go down a bit. I mean, I don't want to make it too much, but should go down a bit and then should return up at 90. Yeah, that hand is very bad. This hand rotation is super bad. It looks really, really wrong. Now, overall, I think when you are looking, let me try physically to do it and see. So if I'm here and I look around, right? And I look around, yeah, I think I go slightly down, not much, but I go slightly down in my, yeah, slightly down in the middle, down and up, right? Middle, down a bit and up. Middle, down a bit and up, yeah, is what I do. So when we do the rotation from here to here, there should be a point in this which is pretty much at in the middle, which is slightly down. I mean, it should not be a lot, right? But it should be slightly down. So it's like pushing down a bit, right? You see? Push, if you look at the pelvis, pushing down a bit and up. Pushing down a bit and up, right? Something like that. And then the same, maybe I did it too early. I don't want this lag to do that though. So I don't know why that happened actually. I don't know why this is so high. Probably because now the don't understand why. Why this is not the same height of that? I think I want to change the start position actually. No, cannot do that. Because I need to copy only the X, right? I mean only the Z. But here basically we have the same problem. I think it's too short somehow, but fine. Can make it longer, right? Okay, and then after this, I think everything can kind of repeat just with a different. I think the up and down is too much. And I think it doesn't rotate enough to the right. Yeah, exactly. It rotates very, very little to the right. Too little, I don't know why so little. Why so little? I mean, we can stay a bit in this limbo. I think it's not bad to stay a bit in this limbo. But then like from here, we need to move the head again. Right? And we move it like maybe 100 again. So we do 20. The head rotation, we did it pretty much at 20. Why is coming back? Because this was something for the head. Okay. Can delete it. Can I delete it, please? Why you cannot select any more things? I don't. Because it's not there. Then why is doing this stupid curve? Okay, anyway. Let's try to do a 120 significantly more rotated. Right? Because we want to look at the right side way more like that. And then we will scale it. Okay, so it's not, the moment is not correct, I know, but we will scale it. Well, that's a bit too much, maybe. Now this feet is kind of suffering now because I rotated this part quite a bit, but But I think it's fine. So it's looking right, it's looking left. Oops, what happened? No, there is something broken there. There is an old, yeah, there is an old point, which probably is this 100. I think this 100 we should. We cannot have him stand still, right? So the head is wrong, but now it's bad. Now at least the torso is bad. This left rotation is very bad. This left rotation is super bad. So when he returns here, he goes up too much. So this thing is going up really too much, right? First of all. Second of all, he's rotating a bit too late. Like the head is going very quick. Until here, but then to reach the final position, he's taking too much time. So I think that here, yeah, exactly. I think this guy should be moved earlier. Huh? It seems that he's adding points when I... Maybe not, I don't know. Okay, now the head should be better. We have the shoulder wrong. You see how the shoulder is going down here? Doesn't make any sense. The shoulders should stay up or even go higher, I would say. Well, I mean, not a lot, huh? Just a bit. Okay, now from here, which I think is our end point, right? From here, we could in theory repeat. We could in theory go back once until... well, actually, we have to at least complete the... Because we started in the middle, right? We started in the middle. We go left, we go right, and then we have at least to reach back the middle point, right? And the middle point at the moment, I think should be reached probably here. And it's this. So if I select everything and I move... I move this here and then I do 140, the wall animation, and just let it go. What happens? We may have some bumps, right? Yeah, we have a big bump. We have a big bump. I don't know exactly why, but because we have... but it's okay, I can't fix that. Don't understand why. So in the old Blender, right, if I was copying like this, I was selecting like this, right? I was selecting the Z. I have to wait. I have to select Z0. Okay. Wait. I select Z0, right? And then I copied here. Okay, probably was my fault. Okay, fine. It's not a new Blender in any way. It's just me. It's just old myself. Now the second part is pretty bad, but the first part I think is okay. He's looking in that direction, kind of okay. Then when he's looking in this direction, I think that the pelvis goes up too much. Here, right? Is even, I mean, yeah, it is going up really too much. I don't know why here is still going up, while in theory should do what? So go down. Wait, go down, up. So down, up. Should be down again here actually. Down, down, up a bit, but not that much. Up a bit, up. This should we rotate on the Y, or should we rotate like this? Probably not, huh? It's going to look better. No. That rotation is not gonna work. So it's looking this way. I don't know if the hand is still too... maybe the head is wrong now, because... yeah, the head is definitely wrong. It's going up too much with this freaking pelvis. It's still too much. I think after this jump up a bit should stay pretty much steady, but it's not. And now the head, right? The head is already coming back, but I think we should not. I think the head should stay. I think the head. Let me see, from here to here. I like this, but then after this, it should go to the left very quickly. So I think at this point, because we want actually him to look around, right? And then here is already coming back. Here is already coming back. I don't know if I want it to come back that early, right? Yeah, there is a bit of a head curve going in and out, unfortunately. mean, it's not that bad, huh? Okay, then, I mean, we can tweak it. Let's say that then after this, you should do definitely another cycle, slightly different, okay? Not exactly the same, be opening the hands a bit, I don't know. I mean, you should do another cycle, which is basically identical, but the problem I have at the moment is the return. When he returns here, right? I think the return is pretty bad. Because the head, yeah, exactly, because the head is not looking left while it should. So if I select everything and I copy everything from... so I go back, go back. And now I go again. So I basically do another full cycle of this. Another full cycle of this. Starting from 19 or something. So now it's basically doing 2 cycles, but in the middle is definitely wrong because this return, yeah, the return and the restart is obviously bad, but we can fix that, right? So we can fix now this middle part where it's like returning, because here the head, right? Here the head should go left way earlier, right? So basically this means that all of this is moved there, and all of this is probably moved here. Wait, at the moment we are at 240 something. 243. Yeah, returns too quick. It returns too quick. Between here and here, it returns too quick. Yeah, that shoulder movement is too much. So this. What if we completely delete? I think we will do damage though. If we completely delete this frame. Yeah, we do damage because we don't have the reference points anymore. Well, it's not too bad actually. I thought it was more damage. I think our middle position though. I think we have a middle position which is actually not good. Because it's not part of the flow. So it will basically stop like it's doing now, right? It's basically stopping in the middle. When he reaches the end of the animation, it kind of stops a second and then it goes back. So it's not really... I mean, it's not bad, I would say. It looks like he's looking around anyway, right? And I think the stop is very abrupt. I don't think it's bad. I mean, the hands are a bit weird. I think it's okay, guys. I think it's okay. I mean, it may not be the most professional animation, but anyway, it's moving. Like here, this, if you look at this hand, like the right is a right hand, here is a bit weird. So maybe we can try to tweak that. I don't know exactly what is happening at that moment, but it's going a bit too much in. It's going a bit too much in and rotated. Why 91, bro? It was 90. What the fuck? Okay. I think like this should be slightly smoother. Still going back. Here is bad again. Here is bad again because probably the movement of the shoulder is faster than the movement of the hand. And the hand is going through. We don't have any. We don't have any. We have one here. Yeah, it's a bit better. It's a bit better. We have a problem around here. We have a problem. Yeah, here 220. Between 200 is again, you know, bending a lot. So because it's basically not arriving in time compared to the rotation of the body. It's arriving too late. Okay. We have a bit of the same problem here, but it's lesser, so I would say it's not too bad. Now, if we can slightly modify maybe the up and down to be different from the first cycle to the second cycle, I think it would be nice. It's not very easy though, because I may do damages, right? I may do damages here. What do you think, guys? Is it okay? Should we use it like this? Yeah, let's use it like this. I think it's better than 0, right? It's better than not. It's better than the character standing still, right? Now, the only problem of this animation is that it will be a full body animation. So if you move, it will not be stopped, right? Hello, Shlu. Hey, thank you for the subscription. Hey, thank you, thank you. Thanks. Okay, so I think that this is okay. Because we can spend another 4 hours, you know, but I think it's okay. So if I want to export this, should be fairly simple, hopefully. Not as the mess that we saw before, right? Because this is our mannequin and our skeleton, and so everything should be hopefully correct. So if I go selected object, well, geometry doesn't, we don't really care. We care about armature, right? Armature should be only the form box should be without add leaf nodes, right? Yeah. So if we export it this way, considering it's already on our mannequin, I hope, right, that we can just import it easy. That is in the... no, that is in C. It's called look around and search. Now we have to select the right mannequin, right? So this will be our good skeleton. And we will not import the mesh, we will only import the animation, right? What the fuck? Because they were not visible. No, I don't understand. Oh, it is working. It is working. I think because he imported two animation. You see, he imported a pose lib and imported this guy. I think this guy is actually correct. So I think we will call it look around search. It's kind of a so-so name, but fine. Look around search, right? Okay, so now we have this thing. Now, how do we use this thing when we actually search? Because we don't have a player status. We don't have a player status search. We don't. So, I mean, I can do it very, very simply. I can just play the animation for the duration, but I need a state. Because if I don't have a state, I cannot reconcile. Yeah, exactly. If I don't have a state, I cannot stop it. So at the moment, let me close this thing. How do I okay, so if we go under slash ability, right? Handle ability. Handle ability. Only ability. I think I need to add a new PS character mode. If there is not already there, which is actually search. Secret doors. Ah, we have a mode usability. Ah, very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so in theory we already have a mode that is called usability. Now, when do we use this guy? Yeah, at the moment we use it only for searching traps and for examining secrets. So actually, I think we can, for now, associate it one-to-one with the idle anime, with the look around animation. Which may not be the best design, right? Because in theory we should check which ability we are using and based on that decide the animation. But you know what? I think as a first, I think it's okay. So set mode on the client. Broadcast mode. Set mode message is this. Set mode message. It is the guy that we need to find. I have to move all these characters to another place. It's confusing me all the time. Set mode message on client, right? Usability, you see? Usability at the moment is doing nothing. Anime combat mode. Anime combat mode, no. We need another node like that. Execute on server. Replicated to server. Are we going server, client, client, server, or what? What the fuck? We set the mode on the client and then we reset it here on the server. Anime multicast. Why is it called multicast if you're not multicasting anything? That's a bit weird, man. Animation, montage. I mean, yeah, it's like casting, right? It's the same as, should be the same as casting, but you see the casting, I don't do it from here. Casting, I don't do it from here. I'm in casting mode. I must do, yeah. So we just need to be able to trigger that animation. So probably it's done server side, huh? Yeah, it's done server side completely. I think this thing is not used anymore. No, it's not used anymore. No, it's not used anymore. We do it differently. I think. So how do we, so for example, if we go in cast mode, right, how do we switch the animation? Because we do it now, we do it already. So there should be, there should be a mode spellcasting, no? Spellcasting. No, it is not doing it from here. I think with spellcasting is different because it's setting a timer, and based on that timer, which is defined by the ability, is actually let me see. Set mode, spellcasting, casting duration. Broadcast start spellcasting. And then I'm setting up an event. Spellcast game event. Event queue. What I do here? When I trigger, I set mode piece. So in reality, yeah, the piece, I think the piece is actually stopping the spellcasting, yeah. So this part, at least this part, the piece mode is actually is actually used to actually stop the ability. Because he's taking the montage. What is it doing? This thing is such a mess. Wait, because this part changed completely recently. Well, recently, I don't know how much recently, but anyway, it changed then. And so now it looks a bit weird. I think the way we do it is not very clean though, because we use many different techniques to do the same thing. So like, but here the only thing that we are doing, I think we are stopping the montage. So what this is doing is actually stop, if this is false, I think what this is doing is just stopping any montage. Exactly. Just stopping any montage. That's what it's doing. She's okay. But here I don't think I have ability, right? No. I have cast, but I don't have ability. So at the moment we are not managing the start and stop of the ability. No, I'm thinking that maybe this requires a bit of refactoring because to actually have it right. Because spellcasting is the most similar, but like crafting is another one, right? So you go in crafting mode. But I think it's done pretty much in the same way. If I search, it's called work. It's called work, and it's called work for, yeah, but anyway, it's work. Set mode work. Because it is also starting a progress bar, right? At the moment we don't have a progress bar for the search. I think we want it. I think we want to do the same. Don't understand when we are sending the animation here. Broadcast started animation. Okay, so we call it explicitly. And then we stop it when, okay, maybe that's the easiest that we should do. Yeah. That is probably the easiest. So we, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Now, I don't know if we should have a generic one, because, I mean, this code, I basically have to copy this function one-to-one, right? And just change the animation. Which is kind of stupid, actually. Should I just call the same one and just change the animation? Because if we change the animation... You see that we don't even... Okay, let's do. Okay, let's assume that we have a montage for harvesting, and we will have multiple animations, right? And let's assume that we have a montage for abilities, and we will have multiple animations. So it starts to make more sense, right? So for now we have only look and search, right? But so I'm not gonna call it search animation. I'm gonna call it ability animation. So for all the abilities that we have, we will just change the animation here to search, right? And I think this makes a bit more sense, because otherwise is a you know, is a copy paste party. which is anyway a copy-paste party. Ability. Right? It's anyway a copy-paste party, but slightly less. Because this will be for all the abilities we will have in the game, right? So I think I'm fine to pay the price of one, you know? The range should be combat range, yeah. I think it's fine. Okay, so now if we do that, right, we have our broadcast ability animation, which is already multicast and everything. So we should just, when we do ability, right? And we handle ability. And we say, I am searching for... it should be done here as well, but I don't want to change it now. But it should be done here as well. In theory here we should do the same in this case we will not have anything, but I think it's okay. No, fuck, duration. I mean, duration doesn't really matter, actually, because... Because here we do it differently. We basically launch a tick every 0.5 and the ability remains active until you find something. So okay, so let's say 10 seconds for now, and we will see later on what to do. Sound is what? Is a string or what is it? It's a string. So I don't know if this assumption is really correct. I don't know if this is actually really correct, but fine. Detect secrets. Yeah, should have the same thing. Detect, remove traps. Only when we detect, not when we... Right. I mean, when we remove... I don't know why he's saying detect, remove traps. Because actually when we remove, we... I mean, it is instant, right? think so. Okay, so now we should have our broadcast of the animation when this happens, right? Yum, 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 yum. But we need to recompile and obviously on the blueprint, then catch that and add it to a montage, right? And yeah, ensure that we are catching it. Ensure that we are catching it. I forgot about the pizza. Fuck. I completely forgot about dinner and about the pizza. So if I order it now, it will arrive in 1 hour from now. Me. Okay, I will eat something else. No pizza today. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Okay, while it's recompiling, let me check my dinner and I prepare something quick. So I think we can put one of those. Exactly this one. So cooking this would be very quick. Cooking this would be super quick, so when we decide, I can just do it. So inside PS character, right? The same the same way we do broadcast, harvest something, broadcast, harvest. No, why not? Ah, no, it was receive, harvest. Yeah, exactly. So in the same way, don't we have an ability? Yeah, we have an ability, so why this thing is not under ability? Well, because maybe harvesting is not exactly an ability. I don't know. Anyway. Wow, that's the only thing we have under ability. So we have receive, search. No, receive ability animation, right? Okay, this is server side. Right? So we will create the same receive ability animation on client, and we need the same parameter. It would be so nice if I could copy the parameters from here to here, but it's not possible. That's super annoying. Even if I do this, it's not gonna work, right? It's super annoying. It's not possible. But anyway, this will be run on client and reliable. And this will have a who, which is our PS character actor. And we will have animation, which is just a string. Animation, which is just a string. We will have a duration, which by the way at the moment we are not using, but fine. We have a duration that is an integer. Should be a float actually, but anyway. And sound ID, because in theory we can have a sound that is looping or something, right? While we, but okay. So this is just calling this because we are switching between server and client, and now from here we will have to do exactly the same that we were doing here. So we are just playing the animation montage. Actually this one was working differently. But we are not gonna do it this way. I think we're gonna do it, we just play the animation montage and then we wait the piece, and I can put a comment here just to remind ourselves, but say the set mode piece will stop this montage, right? So this is what is gonna happen. Okay, so we need an animation montage for our new animation. We need an animation montage for our new animation. Where do we have like the do we have the harvest montage? It's inside new actions. Okay, let's put it there. So let's create a new montage on our good skeleton, and we will call it abilities. Well, maybe abilities montage. Right? Abilities montage. So abilities montage will have our search, and it will have a new montage section which is called search, and this default we can remove it. Okay, and the only thing we need to say, I think, is that is looping, right? So exactly, so that this is continuous. It's not too bad, no? What do you think? I think it's not too bad. I mean, when he stops and restarts is a bit rough, if you see, because he's really standing still in the middle, but I think it's not bad. 2D MMO? No, it's 3D, as you can see. What type of... Hello, Yenzoku. Anyway, welcome. Welcome. I'm making a fantasy MMO, which is a 3D MMO, and that is a screenshot, for example. Right? There is a screenshot of the main city with the fountain and the arena at the back, and yeah. The game is actually released, so we are improving it, but it's actually downloadable. So if you want to download it, you go to our website, you click on download now, and you can play it on Windows, Linux, and Mac. Yeah. And at the moment we are working on the traps and searching for traps. And I'm basically creating this new montage that will allow me to actually play the search animation that we just created in Blender before you joined. So we created the animation, and now we are connecting this. Now what we need to do is during the set mode piece, right? Set mode piece. Yeah, exactly. Here we need to stop also the maybe I will yeah. Let me do this more clear. Let me do like this, and we will say piece mode stops all montages, okay? Because it's basically when your character goes back to a normal state, and so like is not crafting anymore, is not casting anymore, is not searching anymore, and so we reset it this way. I don't know if it's really the best idea, because actually we have one for combat and one for casting. Okay. I mean, fine. I don't love this thing, but yeah, but okay. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. I mean, it's not... I think I should change the way I do this, but... But it's okay, it's working, so it's working, it's fine. So this is basically multicasting the stop, right? At a certain point. Yeah, exactly. At the moment we don't use it for anything else, right? So, but now the problem is that we don't have an ability here. But you know what we can do? We can also avoid going through this because it's not really... Yeah, exactly. I think I will simplify it for this case. I will just do this. I will just do this. Boom. Boom. So it's done this way without going through, you know, the PS character animation, doing the check, adding the thing. If you use it only for stop, there is no reason. And actually I should do the same probably for all the others, right? Because we are not using the start, we are using only the stop. It is snowing. Does snow pile up now? No, unfortunately not. It was piling up in the old game, but in the new game it's not. It is on Steam. No, it's on our website. So if you scroll down the page, you will find the link in the comments of the stream. Maybe in the future we will have it on Steam, but it's additional work for me to maintain it also on Steam, so I don't know if I want to do it. Okay. So we have the stop, right? We have the start. And we just need to test it now, I would say. And see what happens. If it doesn't work, we're gonna fix it. Okay, so now we go in game. We just search for traps, even in the main plaza. I mean, it makes no difference, right? We search for traps, and we want to see the search animation. And then when the ability finishes, we want to see that animation go away, right? Does Steam not offer a base story? No, what I mean by maintaining is that no, but anyway, you need a server for MMO. You need a separate server anyway. But what I mean by maintaining, I mean that you have to basically upload your game to Steam. You have to maintain the repository, and you have to update it every time you release an update, right? So at the moment, when we release an update, we do it through our launcher, right? We have a launcher app, and the launcher app is updating the game. So I will have to do kind of the same, but manually on Steam and update the game like that. So it's not something that I'm very keen on, but yeah, but I assume that one day I will have to do it. Okay, so if we go if we search for traps, nothing happened. Fuck. Okay, it didn't work, evidently. It did not work. Set mode message usability in current character 0. So actually we received the usability mode. I don't know if we received the broadcast. Did I recompile or no? I don't remember if I recompiled after the changes. Did we recompile after the changes? Yeah, I recompiled because I see the thing, right? Okay, so it seems that this is not triggering. This is not triggering, so we will debug it and see if we reach this spot, this point. I think we should though, because this is when the animation is right? Yeah, exactly. I think it's impossible that we don't reach that. I think we reach that for sure. I think we reach that for sure. Do you have races and classes set up? Yes, we have races, and we don't use classes. We use a skill-based system. So basically, you can learn whatever skills you want. So you can have a bit of you know, magic and a bit of combat and a bit of whatever else, right? Crafting. So you choose the skills that you want to develop. There are no classes, but obviously based on the skill that you choose, you go towards a certain direction, right? So you become maybe more of a wizard or more of a fighter, more of a rogue, right? Depending obviously on the ability that you choose. Yeah, so definitely we go through this. And we definitely go through this, right? So, okay, that was what I was expecting. So, receivability. So for some reason, then after that, we don't. So let me see, maybe I did a mistake in the blueprints. For some reason after that, because here we have our detect traps, right? So detect traps is running. I assume it's running. So there is quite in the game. There is quite some land to explore and different cities. We have nearly 500 quests that you can do. So yeah, there is content, but consider the game is made pretty much as a hobby. So the quality, let's say the visual quality, obviously is not the one of a commercial game, right? Cannot really expect that. Mainly in an MMO that is so large, right? If it was a small thing, we could, but so let me see if I connected all the things. Okay, I didn't connect anything, that's why, or no. Receivability animation on client. So when we receive this, no, it should be okay though, because we play. So on the owning client, we play the montage, ability montage. Did I save it? Yeah, for sure I saved it because the editor was closed. So I play ability montage section search, right? Ability montage section search. So in theory this should trigger. This should trigger with no problems. It's not triggering. So or we receive immediately after the search, we receive a piece, and so it's getting stopped immediately. That's a possibility, actually. Ability detect, remove traps. Ability detect, remove traps. Receive message, okay, start searching for traps. You found nothing suspicious. It is like 10 seconds later. So why? That's strange, huh? That is very strange. Okay, let's print out something here, right? Here we can play. We can print. We can print. Here we are on an owning client. Yeah, exactly. We can print. So here we are server side. We go here. There is an owning client and reliable. Yeah, it's correct. So we can say play ability animation, and then we can say animation ID, even if this is not used, right? Because we play it directly. One thing, but so, and then I also would like to be sure that I don't know what is wrong actually. I don't know what is wrong. And but we will find it for sure. And then I just want to be sure that when we receive the set mode, and what slot in the montage is played, you set up it correctly. Yeah, I think I did, because it's called the slot is called in which slot? Yes. No, I didn't. Yeah, you are right. It's exactly that. It's exactly that. I didn't set up the I did not. It's going on the default, and the default is doing nothing. It should be combat, because combat is the. Thank you, Gian. It should be combat, because combat is the one. Slot name, because it's the full body. Is the full body thingy. Yeah, you have to open it again. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, is that 100%. 100% that. At least is one of the problems for sure. Because it was just not playing, right? And I don't think we are receiving a stop. In theory, though, the printout for stop. Let me put anyway. Let me put anyway a printout for stopping all animation, because I think is anyway a good. Fuck! I didn't even call it. I didn't call it, boys. Anim ability mode. I didn't call it. So there were two problems. Let's say stopping. So let's say peace, stopping all montages. Where active would be false. Yeah, exactly. Okay, now we have more chances. For that to work. I wanted to see if this is okay, and I wanted also to see if the new trap, invisible trap, is okay, because we didn't test invisible trap in the last hour or so, because in 2 hours, because I started to do the animation, and I think I can improve a bit the animation in the middle part when it's just returning, right? Is a bit too. I don't know how to say. It's a bit too stiff when he finished the 2 cycles and he goes back. But fine. The important point is that the player understands that his character is doing something, right? He's searching. Because at the moment, if you click on search, nothing happens, right? You don't see anything. There is just a chat message that is saying you started searching. But your character is, is standing still. Now, in theory, we should disable movement, right? You cannot... What is going on? Sometimes, I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes this happened to me, right? That rider is like locking the server. I mean, it's like if he's waiting. So he goes into this state, which is saying start live coding, waiting for server, and he's never going further anymore. I can launch it in debug mode. Maybe that will do something. But it's like if there is an instance of the server still in rider memory or whatever. It happened to me already one other time, and the only solution was to close rider and open it again. Which is kind of weird. By the way, guys, if you have any questions, don't be shy, just ask. I mean, I'm streaming also to interact with you, right? If you have questions, I don't know, in general, on game development, or if you want to share what you do. I mean, why you are interested in Unreal Engine, if you are doing your own projects, you want to advertise a bit your own projects, I mean, you can do it, no, don't worry. You can, you know, tell us what you do with Unreal Engine. You see? He goes into this state where he's saying starting live coding, and it's just dead. It's just dead. It's doing nothing. Waiting for display, waiting for server. I don't understand. What is this? Detected running instance in process group. Yes, Unreal. Connecting to console process. Right. So it's like if there is something that is trying to connect to the live coding. Can I just completely disable live coding? I mean, live coding is like the hot reload. I mean, that thing never works. And live coding. Live. Enable live coding. Enable live coding. I don't want live coding. Thank you. I mean, I don't want it because just you cannot make it work. That's why. Let's see if now it doesn't give the problem anymore. Or if it's still stuck. Basically, live coding is the ability for Unreal Engine to recompile classes and source code on the fly while the editor is open, and allow the editor to to sense the new classes, right? And it works for very small projects, but for bigger, I mean, like for our project, doesn't really work well. I mean, in most cases, you end up in a mixed situation where you have half of the code, or so it's not really. I don't know if it's my fault. Maybe I didn't set up something properly, or I don't know. But aha, now we are searching. Aha, we are looking around, boys. I think it looks okay. I think it looks fine. I mean, it's like, yeah, you see, there is a time where he puts his head exactly. You found nothing suspicious. Okay, it works. We have it. Okay, that's very nice. Okay, now that we have that, I would like to actually go in our dungeon. It is very nice. So we have a bit of an animation, you know, and stuff. Let me just make it a bit Where is the portal? There is a portal that actually brings us to the dungeon, which is this one. Yay! Uh-huh. What? No, it's impossible. What the fuck? The dungeon is one room. Uh-oh. The dungeon is one room. Ah, because there was the portal, and he collides with this guy. And so he didn't manage to generate the dungeon because he was colliding with this guy and this guy. So we can regenerate it. So yeah, he basically created a one-room dungeon. I don't know if he will collide with me, but I will stay here. So we can delete the dungeon and redo it. So we do dungeon delete and boop. And then we regenerate a new dungeon. There it is. Escape challenge. So now we go down, right? We slide. You see how easy we create and destroy dungeons? That's very nice. Okay, so here in theory, there may be traps, right? There may be traps that may trigger. It looks like they are not, or they were not in this area. It's a bit strange, huh? Nah. It's a bit strange. I think that he didn't place the traps. I think it didn't place the traps because it's nearly impossible. There is no trap in... Okay, let's go a bit further in the dungeon, but it's basically impossible. Yeah, because here is the loot. So at least few traps in this area, I think. Okay, so but this part we didn't test yet, right? So we need to understand. So let's see server side. If we go server side and we check the log, and I search trap, I should say something. Spawn room, spawn room, spawn room, spawn room. Yeah, it looks like he's not. He tried to put a trap only in the last room. Strange. Really? So he generated, I mean, by chance we generated a dungeon with 0 traps? That basically never happens. Okay. Okay, I believe for a second, so let's generate a new one. I think it's very weird anyway. I think there is something in the code not working. I think it's very unlikely that... But anyway. We generated a new one, right? This time is red. Let's see the new generation. The new generation... traps. Begin overlap. Trap collision box. Is overlapping when the NPC are spawning. I don't understand if we actually spawned any traps or not. Strangely, I don't have a printout when I spawn a trap. Nah, that's unlikely. I'm pretty sure I have a printout when I spawn a trap. No, in dungeon start when we place traps, right? Okay, saying this. No trap, no trap, no trap, no trap. Yeah, exactly. He's saying spawn trap in room. Ah, but I have it only. Okay, yeah. I don't have it for the invisible trap. Yeah. So he's not printing anything at the moment. We should put it there as well. We should put it here as well. Just the printout. Say spawned invisible trap in room. Yeah. So the printout is not there. So yeah, probably the traps are there now. So it looks like before we really spawned a dungeon without traps. Which obviously is possible because it's randomized, but it's kind of funny, you know, that you want to test something and the first thing that happens is that the dungeon that you generate has 0 traps. In theory something should explode, but it's not happening. No, it's not happening. So, or the overlap doesn't work, or yeah, you see begin overlap, end overlap. So actually we overlap with a trap. I don't know where is it, because I don't see it, right? Is here. The trap is here. So I can search it. I can search it and see if we can find it. I think we will find it. There should be a symbol appearing if we find it. Don't find it? We did not find it. Let me try again. I don't remember the percentage of... I think it's based on intelligence. I don't know how much is my intelligence at the moment, but... We don't find a trap? But he's here. Maybe because I'm too far? That's possible. No, we don't find it. Because usually if he finds it fairly quickly. But I think the trap is here, because we overlap with it. Okay. There are a few things happening, but now I need to go dinner, guys. But there are a few things happening. So the trap is actually properly placed. The overlap works, but then something happens and the trap doesn't trigger. Because in theory, it should do damage to me, right? There should be an explosion or something. And at the moment, it's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. Wait, I think I know why. Wait a second. Did I set the... Yeah, I set the trap properties, yes, and I set the fire property. Okay, I think it's a bit too late, guys. I will go, and I will continue tomorrow. But I think it was a good session. So we created the... search animation, which is very nice, and we needed it. I think it needs some small tweaks, but it's pretty much okay. And then we created the code for the invisible traps, which at the moment are not fully working, but hopefully they will work with few tweaks. I just need to debug this code, see what it's actually doing, and then debug the proxy trigger overlap, right? Debug this on overlap begin and see why it's not doing anything. Maybe the trap is not enabled. That could be. Because these kind of traps, I think, needs to be enabled. And I didn't enable it on the code, I think. Yeah. I don't remember. We have to check this, but probably this is failing at the moment. And by the way, nah, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, maybe this one is failing at the moment. Okay, I will debug it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go to dinner. I'm not coming back, so I will be back tomorrow around 4 p.m. European time. Maybe even earlier. Maybe tomorrow I will do an extra session. I don't know. Let's see. But in general, on Sunday, I'm here at 4 p.m. between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Okay. Meanwhile, if you want to click on follow on Twitch, that would be very appreciated. And if you can click subscribe on YouTube as well. Also, we have a Patreon site. That is patreon.com/planeshift, where you can get some good stuff if you want. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Remember, you can download our game and play it because it's actually released. And I will say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.